Hi there, it's Lisa here on our 17th Sunday of Ordinary Time. Our first reading is from Genesis, and it is the story of Abraham bartering with God about saving Sodom and Gomorrah because his nephew is there, right? So he keeps on going down about what about these innocent people, and he's counting on God's mercy overshadowing justice, right? So it's justice and mercy, which the psalmist talks about: justice and peace, kindness and mercy. So, so as we read this, our Lector workbook talks about the numbers to emphasize, and Abraham talking to the Lord. The Lord remained standing, and Abraham drew nearer because he knows he wants to just have a conversation, right? Will you sweep away the innocent with the guilty? And suppose there were 50 innocent people, right? Would you wipe out the place rather than spare it for the sake of 50 innocent people within it? So the numbers are what we're going to emphasize each time. And far be it from you to do such a thing, to make the innocent die with the guilty, so that the innocent and the guilty would be treated alike. So here in this interchange with God, we hear about God's great mercy. And when we go to the gospel, Lord, teach us to pray. Here is the friend who's knocking on the door for a loaf of bread in the middle of the night. Ask and you will receive, seek and you will find. And so the gospel is about what father gives his son a snake when he asks for a fish. So in Hebrew, those two words are very alike, snake and fish. Scorpion and egg, same thing. And so the translation loses something here. How much more will God give? And so that's what's emphasized here. If we just ask, and we just ask. And so you have a humility in your asking. Abraham might know that God is not going to cream him for stepping up and asking, but maybe he will get creamed. I don't know. Okay, we see the story at the end. So a reading from the book of Genesis, 1, 2, 3, and then we start. In those days, and then pause so people are understanding. We're going to have a story here. The Lord said, the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great, and their sin so grave, okay, emphasized, that I must go down and see whether or not their actions fully correspond to the cry against them that comes to me. I mean to find out. So I would go very slowly right there. I mean to find out. There's God's determination, right? And so the visitors, these are the three that we had from last week, the walked on farther toward Sodom, and the Lord remained standing before Abraham. Then Abraham drew nearer and said, will you sweep away the innocent with the guilty? Okay, I'm really hesitant and kind of timid in asking this. Suppose there were 50 innocent people in the city. Would you wipe out the place rather than spare it for the sake of 50 innocent people within it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to make the innocent die with the guilty, so that the innocent and the guilty would be treated alike. Should not the judge of all the world act with justice? So Abraham is reminding God of being God, huh? And the Lord replied, if I find, so it could be kind of matter of fact here, if I find 50 innocent people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake. Okay? God just made that promise. No problem. Abraham spoke up again. See how I am presuming? So I'm kind of even still in the timid zone here. See how I am presuming to speak to my Lord, though I am but dust and ashes. What if there are 5 less than 50 innocent people? Will you destroy the whole city because of those 5? He answered, that's God, I will not destroy it if I find 45 there. Okay? God's not fussing. God does not have an annoyed voice. No, this is a God of mercy, right? But Abraham persisted slowly. Say that slowly. Saying, what if only 40 are found there? He replied, that's God again, I will forbear doing it for the sake of the 40. Then Abraham said, let my Lord not grow impatient if I go on. Okay, I'm still tenuous here. Eeks. Still Abraham went on. Since I have thus dared to speak to my Lord, let my Lord not grow impatient if I go on. I skipped a whole section. What if only 30 are found there? He replied, I will forbear doing it if I can find but 30 there. Still Abraham went on. Since I have thus dared to speak to my Lord, and I would slow that down, because which of us would feel like, sure, just get out there and barter with God, right? Person to person is what we're seeing right here, is what they've presented. The Lord remained standing before Abraham. Okay? Still Abraham went on. Since I have thus dared to speak to my Lord, what if there are no more than 20? The Lord answered, I will not destroy it for the sake of the 20. But he still persisted. Please, let not my Lord grow angry if I speak up this last time. What if there are at least 10 there? He replied, for the sake of those 10, I will not destroy it. So God is not angry. Abraham is asking, pleading each time. Why? Because his nephew and his nephew's family are there. We know the outcome. Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed. Apparently there were not 10 innocent people. All right? So for the sake of those 10, I will not destroy it. And we wait. 1, 2, 3. The word of the Lord. So it's a kind of a quiet story, not a lot of flashing, but the interchange that's going on is amazing, is it not? Abraham speaking to God and God being willing to be influenced. It's amazing. So we have such a good God. All right, so practice reading it aloud, and God bless you.